In the eye of the storm I see, even though I can barely be, even though I can hardly watch, how true evil hides in opinions, how truth and untruth get caught in polarity I see around me. In the eye of the storm I become aware of how everything is dark out there, how one is forced to take a stance, to speak out in favor or against on topics we don't understand, how every time we choose an ally, humanity divides. In the eye of the storm is where I can reside when the tide is calm. When I'm having a good day, I can stop myself from chasing myself away. In the eye of the storm, I leave the state of alarm, avoid the socials and the news, but I still feel those long, desperate arms pulling me into opposing views, pressing nails into my skin, determined to pull me in. In the eye of the storm, I tend to think I am alone. I tend to think I'm on my own because I have nowhere to go, while all around seem to find new ground in picking one of two opposing sides where compassion for the other dies. I stand alone as long as I hide, as long as I make myself small, so very small, out of fear that something will touch me here. And at the same time, I fear I'll be left behind if I'll never pick a side. While the storm rages on, I realize they're all alone. They have no place to go. The storm tears them apart, divides their broken hearts, and leaves them lonely until fear can find them an enemy, an excuse, I expect, to disconnect from humanity. Instead of fearing the other side, where common human needs collide, would it be possible to decide that none of us knows who's right, and therefore every form of polarization is a danger to our nation? In the eye of the storm, I decide to truly be here, to accept my fear and face any attack with a straightened back, to anchor my feet firmly in the ground, no longer hide, reach out my hands all around to all the opposite sides. Come near. It's fairly quiet here. You're welcome to stand next to me, shoulder to shoulder, side by side. Then eventually they will disappear in we, and someday we will all be free.